What's going on, everybody? Let's see here, make sure everything's working good. Got some good news today. I went to the Pepsi Company and I went to the Pepsi Company last week and spoke with somebody about trying to get a few machines. And I ended up, they said they were going to give me a call because they were on vacation. And I didn't get a call, so I called today and they reached out, sent an email to some of the higher ups. And those people from Pepsi got in touch with me. And I spoke with them about trying to get a few machines for some locations because sometimes you can get machines from the Pepsi and Coca-Cola company. They'll finance the machine for you. They'll give them to you, and it's kind of like a financing because you have to buy products from them. So I've been trying to work this deal out for a little while, but I went back over there finally last week and was able to try to get some things going. Got in touch with the people today, and I asked them about getting some machines because I just picked up another apartment location, and I'm really trying to figure out like how I can go about getting those machines and putting them in there. But what ended up happening was the lady offered me a deal after I explained everything to her, and I got an opportunity to get a few machines, place them in a location, almost like the role of a locator, and I won't do any of the work. I don't have to pay for the machine. They provide the machine. They have a service guy who goes and fills the machine, collects the product, collects the profit, um, refills it, takes care of anything if there's any damage or problems or anything wrong with the machine. And they'll pretty much run the location and they'll give me 20% of gross. So that actually is a full, complete passive income because all I have to do is get the location. They'll place the machine and take care of everything. I have to invest absolutely no time, money, or effort into it after that. And at the end of each, they do it monthly or quarterly. At the end of each segment, they'll send me kind of like a schematics, or they'll send me the numbers and telling me what the machine vended, how many products it vended, how much money it made, and I'll get 20% of that paper. So I got to call them and get in touch with them tomorrow. I told her I'd get in touch with her tomorrow to see, what my decision was. I think I'm going to try it at a new location that I just got, just to have them put those machines in for free so I don't have to pay for them and take care of everything. And I'm going to try it out. Maybe I'll get some video footage and do a video about it, um, just to see how it works out. And I'll definitely be filling y'all in on what happens. But I'm not just going to go crazy giving them a lot of my locations. I did speak with the lady just in case I decide that I don't want to deal with Pepsi anymore and I don't want them in there. I told her I wanted to make a contract that at any given moment, if I decided that I didn't want to go with them anymore, I have a contract that they'll come and get the machines. All I got to do is call them and I could place my own machines in there because either way, I still work hard for the location. I was speaking with Jamie Farnsworthy, and I know he had some dealings with Coca-Cola, and he didn't like the way that the dealings with Coca-Cola was going for him. But he told me his story about how he was dealing with it, and that's kind of like why I put it off when I went to Pepsi the first time. But I'm gonna try it out and like see what happens, and I'll share with y'all if I feel it's something that's lucrative, something that maybe I can make something out of. It's a lot less than I would make if I did it myself, 20% of gross. But at the same time, that's free 20% that I don't really have to do anything other than find the location. Only thing I'm worried about if there are issues, it still will be my name that's on the line because I'm the company who comes and gets the location. So I know that was one of the issues that Jamie was having, that his name was, his name brand was the one that was behind the machine. And the technician that was coming out, he didn't really know what he was doing. He messed up some of the shims when he was putting them in. He had put them in backwards for Jamie. But I definitely am gonna have to try it out to see how it works for me. It may be an easy way to get a full line vending machine business going for some people. But I know that the issue they were having, that she didn't really want to just give me the machines, because she said a lot of people were buying products from Sam's and Walmart and filling the machine. I told her that a lot of them have they have all the statistics right there in the inventory right on the machine. And she said that give her a call tomorrow. So I'm gonna talk to her about that, because she doesn't want to she doesn't want to tell me that they're just gonna give me the machines. But another guy called me. It was actually two people that called me. I spoke with both of them, and the guy said that he said that the machines, they don't really want to just give them to people in the beginning without going through like a little test period as well. So possibly he could work something out for me. So I may try to get a few anyway, just to see, what deal I can come up with. I'm gonna talk to both of them again tomorrow, see which one can do more for me. But I feel like putting these machines out, this is an opportunity for some people who may not have enough money to invest in a machine. Maybe they'll be able to follow this same format. If I can make it work, I'll definitely be putting videos up on it, because that's a free 20%, something that I don't have to work for at all. And it may be a good way to start out, or at least get the ball rolling. If you don't really have anything and you can go make an agreement or a deal with Pepsi or Coca-Cola, either company, you can go over there and make some kind of deal in your area and see if you can get them to finance some machines for you, because you have a little business that you've already started with some gumball machines, whatever. Or maybe you don't have any business started. You just want to get the ball rolling. You can go and talk with them and try to get the ball rolling with them. See if you can get them to front you the machines, buy products from them. They are a little bit more, a heads up. The products are a little bit more when you buy them directly from Pepsi or Coke. But that's how they make their money, since they're financing you the machine for free pretty much. You're really just getting the machine. So I don't mind taking a little lower percentage. I'm gonna try just to try it out anyway for a trial basis. And if I don't like it, I'll definitely be sharing all that information with you all one way or the other. Let me check out some of these comments. Hey brother, how you guys doing? What's going on, Ricardo? That's cool. Mike, what's up, Dom? What's going on? Legend, the GOAT. I'm having a hard time getting vending machines out here on Saipan. It's hard to ship them out here and can be pretty expensive. What's your take on that? Uh, Out here on Saipan, yeah. Like I said, what I do is I look on Craigslist and I look on places to get used machines better, because when when you have a whole lot of money that you can invest, then you can just buy brand new stuff. But when you don't want to invest a whole lot of money, sometimes you have to invest your time to get going. Now I'm getting to the point where my business is actually taking care of itself. So I'll invest more in newer machines, but at the same time, if this thing works out with Pepsi, then I won't have to invest in machines at all. It may be some kind of opportunity for you if you want to get in touch with Coke or Pepsi and see if one of those companies will, front you one of those machines so that you can do just what I'm about to try out. But what I'm definitely going to do is, like I say, I'm going to be sharing how it goes down, everything, how it goes down. I'm going to be sharing it, videos on it little by little. And whatever happens with Pepsi, if that doesn't work out, I still have the opportunity to try to make something happen with Coca-Cola, or maybe I can deal with both. There's no clause in the contract that says I can't deal with one if I'm dealing with the other. So that's a good thing. And plus, I own my own business. I don't work for either one of them. But I'm definitely excited to see what's going to happen with this, and it gives me content for some more videos. Let's see here. I'm always looking for new ideas. I'm working on a video right now, as a matter of fact. But when I came up with this, I just wanted to come on here and share a little bit about what was going on with that. Azan Khan, congrats on 3K, bro. Thanks a lot, man. I see you growing over there too, man. Good, you staying consistent. K-Wise Investments. What's up? What's going on, man? Wise investments. I like that. It's all about making wise investments. That's for sure. Yo, yo. Thanks for stopping in the inner circle last night. It was fun. Yeah. Uh my time is a little consumed a lot of the time, so it's difficult for me to get on there, but I try to make as much appearances and answer questions that I can answer, whatever my experience may be, whenever I can. And at the same time, I'm learning too. I always learn from different vendors. I'm always getting ideas. Everybody has good ideas, so I'm always getting ideas from even all of you all. Would you own the machine, or does the company own the machines and you just purchase the products? Well, it's two different ways that it can work out. Either um, either I can go along with this 20% that they're planning on giving me, 20% of gross for all the machines, and then absolutely I do no work whatsoever. Pepsi, the company Pepsi does everything. All I got to do is find a location like a locator. Once I find it, they place the machine. I tell them where to go. They place the machine. They send out their servicemen. They refill it. They they stock the machine. They do collections, and then they gather the data of everything that was sold from there. And then at the end of the month or the end of the quarter, depending on how it's set up, I get 20% of whatever the total gross sales was. And that's absolutely passive income. There's no work whatsoever other than the first initial finding the location. Now, if I can do it the other way, which I was initially trying for, was just to get them to finance the machines to me. And I know that Jamie ended up doing something like this. Uh, they financed the machine to me. Well, it's really they don't finance it to me. They just kind of like really loan it to me. They loan me the machine as long as I buy products from them. Now their products are a little bit more expensive than Sam's and Walmart, but that's the whole reason you're getting the machine for free because they're making money on the sale. So you can buy the machines from them, or you can get the machines from them, and you can buy the products from them, slightly overpriced. But Jamie was telling me the way he had worked out his was over the period of 5 years. If you keep the machine for 5 years in the location and you're buying products, that you end up getting the machine. But since you're paying a little more for the products anyway, it's almost like you're paying for the machine as it is. But I guess it's like a way that you could finance it, almost like setting up a 30-year mortgage for a house that you're going to buy in 30 years, and then maybe you rent it out for higher than what the price would be, that you would set your terms for your mortgage monthly payment just so that you can make money and build equity. It's the same thing as like real estate. So, I mean, I'm going to try it out. I'm not going to try it, but maybe at just one location at first. This new apartment complex I just got, I may try it at and have a machine placed there just to see how it does, or you know, see what this negotiations is about. And if I like the direction that it's going, then I may try it with more locations, because I feel like if I can get out, I don't know, maybe 20 locations that I don't feel comfortable really putting machines, but I feel like it could do okay, but I wouldn't have to worry about any vandalism or theft or anything like that. It would be all on the company, Pepsi. Maybe I'll utilize that to my advantage of placing those machines and still collecting 20% rather than not collecting anything. And then the locations that I feel are going to do really well, places that I can put my own machines, I'll still place my own machines. But like I said, right now I just been thinking about it. I wanted to come on here and share, maybe get some of you all's ideas, what you all think about this. But it's definitely something that I'm thinking about because I'm going to call this lady tomorrow. Hey G, just here late. What's the topic about? Uh, Pepsi. The topic's about Pepsi Cola. Trying to get some machines for Pepsi. I don't know if I'm going to do the 20% or if I'm going to try to, figure out a way to get some machines from them. But I think I'm pretty much just going to go with it and try it out on a location, the 20%, and see what happens with that. And then once I build a little rapport with them, maybe they will go ahead and front me a few machines as well. Craigslist don't work out here in the Pacific Islands, so I'm trying to find people who are willing to ship out here. I got a coin shooter coming in from your group. Reyes, the entrepreneur, sent me, by the way. Oh, that's awesome, man. Reyes is the man. That's a good friend of mine. Yeah, man. Look me up on Michael Chrome on my Facebook page. Join the group, Chrome Vending, and I'll accept you. Anybody who wants to go on there, I'll accept them. I'll add them in to join the group. But get in touch with me on there. Put a post on there. You're looking for some machines, and there's a lot of good people on there. Maybe somebody else can help you out. I always got a lot of different things going on, but I get on there as much as I can and try to respond and do what I can with people that have questions, anything that I can answer, or any type of information, or just any ideas that I can throw out. I see what I can come up with. Some people might send you a link for something that you could find, but yeah, definitely message me on there and let's see what we can go with this. I just sent my permit in so I can start my business. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let me know when you get it. If you have both, do you have to buy their product? Well, if I get the machine for myself, if they end up letting me do that, which I understand they have to build rapport with me before they just give me a bunch of machines. But if I can get to the point where I establish that good rapport with them and I do get some machines from them, then and I put them in my own location, then yes, I will have to purchase the products from them and everything I put in there, it'll come out through the database. Everything that's vended through there, it's all hooked up mechanically. But they'll definitely have the paper. Join Chrome Vending on Facebook groups. Yeah, definitely, man. But if they end up putting the machines and I just get 20%, then I don't have to buy anything. I don't have to invest money, time, nothing. They take care of the whole place and I just get 20% right off the top of gross. So, I'm kind of liking that idea. It's a little less if I was doing than if I was doing it myself. But at the same time, it's completely free and work free. So my whole thing is I'm always talking about passive income, like how to create passive income, which is almost a misnomer. It almost doesn't exist because you always have to work. But at the same time, if I can create something like that, then that's true passive income. Like I just don't have to do absolutely anything after acquiring the location. Um, my name for my vending business is Happy Coin Vending. Happy Coin Vending. Okay. Well, you got a name, so that's good. Hey, Jamie, what's up, man? Hey, man, I was delivering pizzas again, but I figured I'd try to catch a little bit of your stream. Okay, that's awesome, man. Jamie's out there hustling. He's delivering some pizzas for Domino's, a little part-time job on the side. He's trying to make YouTube full time, along with vending. So Jamie's working hard. He's grinding. Could you buy the machine? Is off of the internet, like Lego, and get your own vending machine? Uh, can you buy the machine off of the internet, like Let Go? Okay. Uh, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what I do with mine. I always look on different sites. They have Let Go, Offer Up, Facebook pages, the market book pages. That's where I always find mine. I always find great deals on there. Craigslist sometimes works, but just different places. If you want to get brand new machines, eBay and Amazon. I always try to put some links on there on my videos just in case somebody's looking and want to find a good deal for a new machine. I place some links on there. If you're starting capital, if you have money, and you just want to save yourself time, sometimes it is worth just buying a new machine and putting it out, save yourself the trouble, time, and hassle of having to renovate or put together a machine. And that way you get it out and get it making money for you. Now, if your money situation isn't as good starting out, then that's when it makes more sense that since you don't have as much money now, you have to invest time. You buy a more used machine and you take your time and you fix it up. But yeah, you can definitely find all type of used machines online. Yo, keep doing your thing, homie. Good to see your growth. Thanks, Stealth Brown. I appreciate it. Mr. Sir, how are you? Everything's good. Everything's good. Hi. What's going on? Uh, bro, I know you're a little north of where I am, but would you consider placing some machines in a nightclub in Sarasota? Ooh, that's a little bit far. What type of machines? I mean, it would depend on what type of machines, and I'm not gonna say no because I'm always game for expanding my business, but that would just mean that I would have to create a route around that area. Um, I tell you what, Mook Mook, send me a request on Michael Chrome on Facebook page and message me, and we'll talk about it. I love your videos. It teach me a lot about machines. I'm thinking about going into the business. Yeah, you may as well. I mean, put one up. What do you got to lose? Put up one machine, one location. There's nothing that you really gonna lose. You put up one location, and if you don't like it, you sell it off or do whatever. You haven't lost anything. But then if you do like it, or if it's something that is for you, it's an opportunity to create an extra side income for yourself. So I mean, it started a whole different feel for me just getting that first vending machine that I got. Mike G getting a location through YouTube. Legendary. Yeah, man, you never know. You always got to keep your networking alive. How much do malls charge for commission fee? It all really depends. I went to my mall, was speaking with them. It's a little slow most of the year, but right now it's kind of picked up. There's a lot of vendors in the mall. They have a lot of kiosks right now because of the holidays, November, December. It actually even starts in October around Halloween. In October, November, December, it really picks up. A lot of vendors have their kiosks in the mall. So I went over there since I made that last video when I talked with the mall GM. She doesn't work there anymore. She left, but I spoke with a lot of those vendors, and they were telling me that some of them pay commission and some of them pay a flat fee. So it all kind of depends on what you feel your numbers are going to be, what you're going to do. Me personally, I would go in there and maybe offer like 20% for a spot for like, 60 days and tell them, let me see what it's going to do the first 30 days, the first 60 days to see if it's consistent. And, then we talk about the price from there if it's making something that's worthwhile. But each mall would definitely be different. It's all kind of about your ability to communicate and bargain. Okay, you're gonna make some YouTube videos. Okay, that's good. Definitely, man. Let me know when you put them up. I'll check them out. First times I've ever managed to catch one of these things live. Okay, that's awesome, man. Glad to have you on. Uh, I'm gonna try to go live more often. I want to do it at least once a week. I know a lot of people have been asking me to come on here. I know people have a lot of questions for me, and I try to answer every comment when I put my videos up. But I definitely like to have the opportunity to come on here and answer questions, in real time. Can I email you or contact you somehow? Yeah, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. My email is chromevending@gmail.com, but the E's are threes. So it's CHROM3V3NDING and then at Chrome Vending or at gmail.com, excuse me. Damn, I'm way too late. What did I miss? Mark, hey, what's going on, Mark? I'm just talking about Pepsi and trying to get a contract with them to take care of the machines and what kind of percentage I might get if I just let them take over and play the locator role. Um, you may have to just scroll back and see, but I'm gonna go over it a little bit more. Let me see. Let me keep reading these comments. Where am I at? Okay, Jamie. All right, man. I got to get back to work. Love your live streams, bro. Can't wait to get there. All right, man. Get that money, Jamie. I got 5,000 to invest. What would you suggest? As far as you want to just invest 5,000 in machines, I mean, you really got to kind of figure out what's really going to work for you and what's hot and what's not in your area. Um, I like the full line machines. I really like the soda machines a lot. I think they do really well. I think they do better than even snack machines. And I think that certain arcade machines can do really well because you don't have to invest product in them and nothing can go spoiled or go bad. You really don't have to worry about you know, writing things off. It costs a little more to get an arcade machine, but unless you're talking about maybe something like a claw machine or something that you still have to put the stuffed animals in. But an arcade machine, I mean, there are ATMs, pool tables, like there's so many different of vending machines that I can't really suggest to you which one you want to get, but just do a little research. I try to dabble into all type of different machines just so I have experience with a lot of different ones. And that way when people ask me, I'll at least have my experience with those certain machines. So that's why I try to dibble and dabble in all different ones. And if I go to a place and offer my services as a vendor, I like to be able to offer a variety of different machines. because maybe they don't want this type of machine, or maybe they can't fit this type of machine, but maybe this type of machine will be a better fit. So for me, it just makes more sense to offer a little bit more. Friends with several business owners in the area. So when we talk, I will link you up with some other folks who could use some machines. Thanks again. Definitely, man. Like I say, get in touch with me, and we'll figure it out there. We'll talk about it, and figure out where we're gonna go with it. Feel free to ballpark. How much does it take to earn back money in a drink machine or the vending machine with cookies, etc.? Uh, Now, I mean, it's difficult to say because it depends on. It's a lot of factors. That it's a lot of determining factors. How much are you going to get your machine for is number one. So, I mean, are you going to pay $1,000 for a machine? You're going to pay $500. You're going to pay $200. So, and then what do you have? If you do get it that cheap, how much do you have to invest into it? Or is it already working and you just got a sweet deal? Then you got to take into consideration the products that you put in. And, if you can at least double your profit, or double what you put in, that you're making 100% profit. That's good. But if you can triple it, now you're making 200% profit. So it depends on what area you put it in, how much you sell your products for over the amount that you pay for it, which is going to be your profit rate, and how long that location takes to generate that money. And then, like, if you got a location that's really buying stuff up, you could get your money back pretty quick. If you do like I do, maybe buy 2 or 3 machines at a time for maybe you buy 3 machines for $1,000, right? Or $900. And then you sell 2 of them for $500-600 each. You made your money back plus profit, and you got a free machine. Now you can place that machine up, and you're already profiting from the first time you collect. So it's all pretty much your ability to hustle, what you can come up with, how you can make things happen. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. Like, you don't have to be like an A student in school, because there's a difference between being intelligent. Like, I know a lot of educated idiots. They know all type of stuff. They read a lot, and they can play Jeopardy and answer all type of questions, but they don't know how to apply it to real life. They don't have. There's another type of intelligence called financial IQ. And if you know how to make money or flip money, then you have financial IQ. If you can flip your money, like, that's more important than even just knowing a whole bunch of random things. So it's all about your ability to hustle and make things happen, and your drive, your ambition, just to go out and do it. And no matter how many people like hate on you or tell you can't do it, or want to tell you why what you're doing is not worth it, or just have something negative to say, like, you should just shush all them people and just do what you're gonna do regardless. Uh-oh. Let me see here. Let me get this thing back on the stand. Hi, Mike. I'm a huge fan of yours. First off, I don't think vending is for me, but I love your show, personality, and videos. It reminds me of Pawn Stars or something like that. Pleasant comfort viewing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Vending isn't for everybody. Um, like me, I never had the intention of, when I bought my first vending machine, I never had the intention that I would even grow as big as I did at that time. I just wanted to try it and see if it would make some extra money. And when I was looking online to try to figure out what I needed to do to repair my machine, I didn't see that many vending videos. I couldn't find the information I was looking for. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to put my story on here and see what happens if I can grow this business, and maybe I can help somebody on things that I need. Or, when I would deal with people like Ray at the time, when I didn't know too much about the business, I would just record him fixing my machines. So if I had these issues again, I could go back and look at my own videos and figure out what he did to fix my machines. But I never had the intention of having like some huge vending business. It's just something that kind of came along that I ended up getting, quite a few locations. And I still do a lot of other things. I don't do vending as the only thing that I do. But even YouTube, that's another little hustle that I have, and a few other things that I have going on as well. But definitely, I appreciate you commenting on there. Mike's videos are amazing. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. What kind of accent do you have? What's your ethnic background? I'm Honduran and Italian. So my accent, I don't know. A lot of people seem to think I'm from Louisiana. I was born and raised in Florida. Just I've been around a whole lot of different type of people. So I guess you just pick things up. Do you think claw machines are good at making money? Okay, I think any machine can be good at making money. Like I say, it really depends on the location that you have it in, and what you have in your machine. What is the appeal, for people to put money into your machine? Uh, it's another guy on here who has quite a few different arcade people on here on YouTube channel that have claw machines and claw arcades, and they do pretty well with it. I'm in touch with a few vendors that get in touch with me who have claw machines, and they say they do pretty good. They do like about like $200 to $300 a month in some of their locations with their claw machines. So I believe in the right place, it can do really good. Will you be going to the vending convention next year? I'm really thinking about it. I spoke with Dom, and he said that he sits on the board, and I spoke with Brian LaRue, and definitely was thinking about going. So I probably most likely will, as long as nothing gets in the way or nothing else comes up. It's definitely something I'm looking forward to. Thanks for the answers. That makes sense. I've been doing a lot of wheeling and dealing. I'm trying to do it without accumulating debt. So just curious. Sometimes you just got to think outside the box. Like if a situation comes to you, just think like, how can I twist this to my advantage? Even if you use leverage income, you don't even have to use your own money sometimes. You can use other people's money to create deals and be in the middleman, figure out a way that you can get paid in the meanwhile. So it's just all about sometimes you don't have to just know how to do everything. You just have to know how to figure out how to put things together. If you can be the orchestrator and you can orchestrate deals, you can make more money than the person who has all the skills putting in all the work to make things happen. So just figure out how to communicate and orchestrate deals. And like I know a lot of people that get paid and really make money just orchestrating deals. Look at the people on the Shark Tank. Like they look and they see what they want to invest in and they go with it. So basically, Pepsi pay you for finding the location a 20% just for that. Pretty much, that's what it's looking like. But I'm just sharing what I've been coming up with and what I was speaking with the people with today. I'm not 100% because I don't have experience with it yet. It's just only the talking part has been done. I'm definitely going to call them back tomorrow and see if I can get this thing more into action. Because like I said, I did pick up another apartment complex, which is right across the street from my senior home. And when I was speaking with them, they said they didn't mind if I put it in there. And those people all own the same apartments. So they said they have five of them here in my city, five apartment complexes. So once I get them into the other one, I'm going to try to branch out to the other three. And I have a couple other places that I have in mind that I've spoken with, but I didn't have the machines at the moment to put in there, and I've had a lot of other things going on, so I haven't had time really to go get any and go put it in order yet. Um, but if this Pepsi things works out, like I'll be able to put up a lot more machines, a lot at a lot faster pace, and I'll be doing a lot more videos. Pretty much just breaking down how the whole deal is going. Do you think that a candy machine that sells only M&Ms would sell? Um, Me personally, I like the ones that offer variety that have the triple heads because you'll have people who do only like peanut M&Ms, and I feel like in the majority of my locations, peanut M&Ms are my best sellers as far as the bulk candy is concerned. But I just feel like a triple head machine offers variety and that you have a lot more success with it. At least that's been my experience. Now, if you do find a location where the M&Ms are going crazy and you have like one individual, one employee who works there, or maybe a couple people who are really tearing those up and they're always gone, then maybe putting a single head of that type of candy in that location will work for you in that location. So it's all up to you. This is a trial and error business. There are some ground rules that you can follow, but for the most part, it's just trial and error. It's not one set amount of candy that's going to sell in a machine. I have machines that Mike and Ike's fly. I have machines that the gumballs go. I have machines that the M&Ms are my top sellers. Some places the Skittles go quick. I have a place where the hot tamales are always gone. I got a couple places where the jelly beans, they're always empty every time I get there. But some of those products won't do good in the other locations and vice versa. So it's just trial and error. And even with the snack machines, there's a million snacks out there. So if the persons or people, whoever there, are not enjoying your snacks, then they're going to sit there and they're not going to sell. Probably the best chances you have of always selling products will be a soda machine, because there's only a handful of sodas that people are going to get regardless, whoever drinks sodas. So you have a good opportunity of doing well with soda machines. In my experience, I've always done pretty well with them. But are you thinking about putting just a single head M&M bulk candy machine in a location? My problem is I live in a small town and not many places could fit a claw machine. You know what? Maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. There's a saying that a pessimist will see difficulty in every opportunity, where an optimist will see opportunity in every difficulty. So if you see that a lot of places, if you got a small town, there's not a lot going on, maybe a claw machine could be something that could actually, actually do well in there, because there's not much of that around. You just gotta weigh it. I mean, I don't really know your situation or how your city or town is, but it could be something that could work well for you, or maybe not. Maybe if that's not going to work, try a different type of machine. Do you need an LLC to do vending, or just get the vending license? Okay, now the thing about an LLC, that's a limited liability company, and that's more to protect your assets. If you own a house, or you own multiple rental properties, or you own, like, you have a couple businesses, whatever, uh, and you have certain, assets or money in the bank, and you don't want anybody to get a hold of it, then you know then you probably do want to protect yourself with an LLC, definitely, because you don't want anybody to sue you for something stupid. But for the most part, like, if you just got a couple little small bulk candy machines, um, usually there's a stipulation here in Florida that once you have 20 small machines or more, then it's mandated that you definitely get your tax certificate, your license, things like that. But for the most part, if you just have a city tax certificate, you're usually pretty good. If you're associated with a charity, then you can become tax exempt. You have to look up what the stipulations are for your city and state. But if you're not associated with a charity, then you will have to pay taxes. But what you can do is you can write things off for your business, or you can donate to whatever. Either way, you're gonna have to write those taxes off. But insurance, um, I would definitely get liability coverage. You definitely want to get liability. If you don't get full coverage, at least get liability. Somebody shakes a vending machine because their product got stuck, and somehow the vending machine falls on them, or whatever. Maybe you got some peanuts, and the kid's got a peanut allergy, or somebody chokes on the candy or something. Like, things can happen. It's not likely, but it's always that opportunity that things can happen. So just to cover yourself is always good. I'm not going to tell you to get it or don't get it. I'm going to leave that decision up to you. But I will tell you, my understanding of it, and what I feel, why you should have it. What's the pros and cons? Did you speak already about the contract? Yeah, I did. You might want to just kind of scroll back and catch up on some of what we talked about, but I may go back over it again. Let me see these comments, what we have here. I might go through it again and kind of touch base on a few things for the people that are just getting on. Y'all do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. I got 23 viewers and 12 thumbs up. That way YouTube keeps boosting my videos up. I invest a lot of time editing these videos. Finally, YouTube starting to give me a little pocket change for it. Maybe one of these days they'll really give me something. That way I can get some better equipment too. I usually only put the money I make in the business back into that business. So I keep my money separate from all the things, whatever thing I got going on. Let me see here. Ever think about opening an arcade shop, somewhere to kick back? Yeah, actually, I was like, that's how I was wanting to get my start. Was by putting one up in the mall, not necessarily just renting a room, but putting it out on display in the front like a kiosk, and put a few machines and see how it did. I'm definitely gonna put some in there next year in the mall here. because it's a slow location. But I'm definitely gonna put them in there next year during the high traffic times during October, November, and December just to see how it does. But in the meanwhile, I'm building up an arcade. I got a bunch of machines back there that I'm getting together, and things are getting pretty close. But I'm thinking about going over to the Oaks Mall in Gainesville because of the college over there, and there's a lot more people that will be prone to play my machines. And the mall is a lot more packed. There's a lot more foot traffic. It seems like a better location. It's not really too far. It's about a little less than an hour, maybe like 45, 50 minutes. So give or take an hour. But it's not really too far, you know, given that this is vending and you have to travel on your routes regardless. So if I could really do well with it, it would be worth the trip. And then I could set up some more locations around that mall area. But I'm definitely working on that. I definitely like the idea of an arcade. How do you get associated with a charity to be exempt? Well, I know there are a lot of charities out there that you can get in touch with. You can just look them up online, this and that. What I did was, I went a whole different route. I didn't get associated with like a breast cancer association or like with the dogs that have been abused, the children's association. What I did was, um, I'm a trainer and I work with retired NFL star Clint Hart at his gym for a while, and his number was 42 when he was in the league when he played for the Chargers. So he does something every year around Christmas time, which is coming up in another week or so here. And I definitely have footage of that event as well. But he feeds 42 indigent people. They come into his gym. It's a big open football field, and we put tables on there. We have a Santa Claus. We give them toys for the kids and give them big grocery bags full of like little meals they can take with them, canned good products and all type of stuff that they can take with them. They can have a good Christmas. So I just associated myself with them, and it's not even really like I'm just doing my vending business for them because the vending business is actually for me. I just did that later on just because I got to pay taxes anyway, and I'd rather give it to him because I know that he's going to do something good with it, and I'm a part of that every year. Have been for the last 4 years. This will be my fifth year, so it's just something that I agree with, and that's a way that I deal with my charity. But some of the vending machines already come associated with certain charities, and you can like get involved with them. I know other vendors deal with that. It's just that my situation was a little bit different. I'm giving you two thumbs up. Okay, that's awesome, man. Uh, have a triple head Rhino Supreme, and it is at a taco shop, and it brings in around $30 to $50 a month. I'm trying to save up and buy a claw machine. I'm starting the business at age 13. Oh, that's awesome, man. I love to see young entrepreneurs out there trying to create something for themselves. One thing that I realized a long time ago, I didn't want to work for anybody. I don't want to work for somebody 7 years, 10 years, 17 years, whatever, and then they come to me one day and then the business closed down and I lost my job. Or they just let me go for whatever reason. Here's your pink slip, thank you. Like I never want to be in that position. So I've always wanted to create my own money. I don't like the fact of clocking in and trading my time for money. If I got $10 an hour, $15 an hour, 20, 30, $40 an hour, I can never make more than that. Like that's all I have to look forward to. I'm making this set much every day. No matter how hard I work or how less I work, like this is how much I'm gonna make. When I work for myself, like the more machines I put out, the more videos I put out, the more cars I sell, the more whatever it is that I'm doing at the time, the more I do it, the more I grind, the more money that I have coming in. So, it just for me, it's easier for me to motivate myself like that, knowing that I'm working for myself, I'm creating my own paycheck. Because I know the harder I work, like the more money that I'm going to make. The more people I train, the more money I'm going to make. But I'm just trying to get away from my active income. I'm trying to reduce my work output, my workload, and I'm trying to decrease my workload and I'm trying to increase my payload. So, any way that I can reduce my workload and increase my payload, that's what I'm all for. And that's why I just wanted to come on here and speak about this 20% that I was offered from Pepsi because it's absolutely no work. It's a little less money than if I do it myself. But at the same time, I'm reducing gas costs. I'm reducing cost of buying the machine. I'm reducing cost of buying the products, any spoiled or damaged products, repairs on the machine that I might have to make, just time, wear and tear on my car. So I'm reducing a lot of things that may be involved in it, and 20% for not having to invest anything other than get the location. I mean, it could work out well. Of course, this is just speculation. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna get in touch with the Pepsi Company tomorrow. I'm gonna get in touch with both of them. I spoke with a woman first and then a man. I'm gonna speak with both of them, see which one, which one can offer me. If one can give me a better deal, we'll see what happens. But I definitely like the fact of thinking early, early on at 13, man. So I like hearing that, man. Good luck to you, buddy. I hope you get your machine, and you will get it if you stay focused. Do you physically go to the charity, or you have the vending service link? If so, how would you do that? Like I said, I'm not really sure. I don't know how other people do the charities. Um, I may look into it. It's just that, like the way I do it, is I actually just take cash and I just hand it to Clint, and he actually gives me a receipt for a donation, and then I can write that off on my taxes. But I don't know how the other people who actually link to the bigger charities like the Breast Cancer Association and the kids' homes and all that. Like, I don't really know exactly how they do it. Maybe I'll look into it and see what I can find out about it. If you look into it and you find out about it, or if anybody knows, leave me a comment. 14 and doing vending. Okay, what's up, Mike? Love your advice. All right, what's up, man? I try to give the best that I can, just based off my experiences, at least. Um, how do you go about putting a vending machine in the mall? Do you think it is easy to put a vending machine in an airport? Jamie from Farnsworthy Vending, he actually has, he actually has an airport location. So that's cool. I have a video where I went and spoke with a GM at the mall here, and I just went back in the back and asked to speak with the GM and told her I had a business and started talking to her. And I didn't really sell myself because I didn't have the arcade machines I wanted to put in there at the time. I just went in there to create the contact and start networking and let her get to know me. But she doesn't work there anymore. But you can check out that video and see at least what I said to her. I was mostly just listening to see what she had to say. Um, she was definitely overpriced because she said that she was doing 40%. And I'm definitely not going to do 40% of gross, especially when I invest in everything. Maybe I would have done 30% of net, but I was thinking more like 20 to 25% because you always got to keep into consideration like how much are you actually making after you invest in everything, machines, license, insurance, business, the products. If you're paying a VIG there at the same time, how much are you really making? So just keep all your numbers into consideration. Don't commit to anything that doesn't sound right. How do you pay taxes on your vending machine, being though you physically collecting your money? Well, you gotta take notes. You gotta do your books, and then you gotta 1099 your taxes because you're running your own business. If you, the best thing to do would be speak to an accountant about that at the end of the year when you're getting ready to do your taxes. Keep all your receipts for everything you buy so that you have all your outgoing prices and then you have all your ingoing, and you know like pretty much where you're at. And that's a good little way to keep track of what your business is doing at the same time. Jamie has some kind of software called Vend Vend something. I don't even know what it is, but a lot of people have been using it and they swear by it. Me personally, I have my own way of doing things. So I have my own paper book where I handwrite everything in it, and then I have one on the computer as well, just in case anything happens on the computer. I still have my paperback book in case my computer gets a bug or excuse me, a virus or breaks down on me or loses information. Anything can happen. So I keep track of mine. What's up, Mike? When you gonna be a motivational speaker? I guess I'm kind of doing it now a little bit. Well, I mean, I try to stay motivated. I try to be an inspiration if I can to others with whatever successes I may have. And even if I have a failure, maybe I could show you something what not to do. Appreciate it though. Okay, can you make good money living on 100% vending business? Around how much can you make a month? It all depends on how serious you're willing to take it. I mean, if you put up a lot of like full line machines or arcade machines, or I know a guy who got like 600 bulk machines and he lives off of that. He's got a nice house. Him and his girl do it full time. And I mean, he drives a Benz and like, I mean, he's living comfortably. So you can really live comfortably if you get the right locations and, you have good machines. There's no way that I can really give you a realistic roundabout figure because there are people who make like a little bit of money as a passive income, and there are people who really make a lot of money in vending. So it's anywhere in between a lot and a little. I don't necessarily know what your grind is. I don't know how hard you hustle. Are you a person that hits the button and sleeps in and feels comfortable with a few machines? Will you go out and get one location and feel like, hey, I got a location for the day, I'm good, I can go home? Are you the type person that's going to go out, you get a location and be like, okay, even though I got a location, man, I still got 5 more hours. Let me go out and see if I can get 5 more, 10 more. Like, I don't know what your grind is, but if you have that grind mentality and you go out there and you're ambitious and you're trying to get locations and you're building up, and I mean, especially after this, like what I found out about Pepsi being able to get the machines, if you can talk them into financing the machines for you and you can just create that on the side, like that's completely passive. Maybe you don't even have to get into the vending business at all. You don't need an LLC license, anything. Go around and be a locator. Figure out how to get a couple locations and get them to do this percentage with you. I don't really know how it's going to work out for me. Like I said, I just really got into detail on the phone with them today. I'm going to find out more tomorrow, and I'll be filling y'all in on my videos about what I'm finding out, what's going on. I'm still going to put up my own locations and my own machines, but I'm going to do this for a while and I'm going to try it out just to see what happens. If it works good, I might continue growing with it. If it doesn't, I'll go back to my old way, what was working. I also have a sticker tattoo vending machine, but it needs a new coin mech. So it's not on location, and a capsule machine, but it's destroyed. Trying to fix it. Yeah, man. I hope you get it fixed, buddy. Were you overwhelmed when you first started vending? What is your number one don't when it comes to vending? Those are good questions. Let me see. Was I overwhelmed? When I first started, I wasn't. When I first started, I was getting a lot of locations pretty quick. I found I had a pretty good knack for it. My communication skills are, they're fairly good. So for me, it was easy to get locations. I did have one time when I did feel overwhelmed. I was buying a lot of machines in bulk, and I was doing it because I was getting such good prices of people who were just getting out of the business. And I would buy a bulk sum of machines and I would get a really good deal for them. So I would sell them individually on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace pages. And I was making a lot more money. I was making like probably almost 10 times what I was paying for the machines back. And so I made my money back real quick just selling a few machines off my investment. And I ended up getting to place a lot of my machines for free. But I did buy a bulk amount of machines one time. And it seemed like everyone that I renovated and fixed and sold or that I even put up, I was just looking at the pile and the pile was just overwhelming because it was a lot of machines. So I did a video where I went to Lowe's and I bought one of those sheds. I constructed it in my backyard and I put all the machines in there just to get them out of my view because out of sight, out of mind. And then I pulled out 5 machines at a time and worked on them. And I said, my goal is to get up 5 machines a week. So I pull out 5, I get them up. I pull out 5, I get them up. And then like that, it didn't seem as discouraging because I wasn't looking at that big pile of machines in my face all the time. Like at first, no matter how many machines I was getting out, I had over 100 machines. So it was just discouraging to keep looking at that pile. It looked like it wasn't getting any smaller. So by me putting it out of my sight and just pulling a couple out at a time, it was more of an achievable goal. I guess it's almost like somebody trying to lose weight. And you 300 pounds, you say you want to lose 100 pounds. Like when you think about the big goal, it's overwhelming. But if you say this week, I'm going to lose 1 pound, I'm going to lose a pound a week, or I'm going to lose 2 pounds a week, then you have that one goal to meet. It's a lot easier and you're a lot less likely to get discouraged. So try to put your goals in order. And what's the second question? What is the number one don't when it comes to vending? Um, I don't know. I guess don't be afraid to try. That would probably be the one. Don't have fear of rejection. Like no fear of rejection. Fear has two meanings. You know, it's an acronym. You can forget everything and run, or you can face everything and rise. So, like fear is just something that should push you into action. Mike, I do wholesale pallets. I've been doing vending machines for my daughter, but I'm looking to buy the snack machines. Any advice on which one I should grab first as a startup? What I would say, man, is whatever you can afford. Like whatever you can find that you can afford. I mean, if you can afford a brand new vending machine, like if that's something that you can just afford and not to deal with anything, like that's cool. If you can find a used machine I mean, maybe it's still a little pricey, but at the same time, it's a nice new machine and it'll avoid you having to put any work or time into it, and that's cool. If your budget is low and maybe you're pretty good with your hands and you can fix things and you don't mind getting one that you have to put a little time and effort into, then I mean, go with the cheaper one. But I mean, I don't think it really matters as long as it's working and it's making money. I think it depends on your location. I wouldn't get like a dingy looking machine for just trying to save a couple dollars and try to put it in a very nice location because it's probably not going to do very well. If you get a dingy machine, you probably want to put it in maybe something like a car garage or something where like it's just mostly the workers, the hands are already dirty, places like that. It's not really too big of a deal. If you get a nice location, you probably want to have a nicer machine, so maybe that's something you might want to keep in mind. But yeah, man, whatever you can get. What do you think about healthy vending and trying to get them in where they have an existing junk food vending machine already? I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and I've seen people that have even tried it. And a lot of them say that when they replace their unhealthy snacks with healthy snacks, that they saw a drastic decrease in sales. So, I mean, I guess it depends on your location. Maybe if you put it in a gym or something, you could do well with it. Or uh, maybe if you just put like a food vending machine, like with sandwiches and stuff, that probably could do well. But if you're just putting like I mean, I don't know. I don't want to tell you no, discourage you. Try it, see what happens. Because, like I say, this is a trial and error business. You just have to try things. See what works. If it doesn't work and your sales aren't really working good, then put the junk back in. Uh, what I would do is, ask your clientele there, the employees, customers, whatever, who all is going to be there. Ask them what type of snacks they enjoy. Even put a little suggestion box on the side. Have them put suggestions in there. What type of things do you want in here? What type of things you want in the machines? You all are the ones who are going to be purchasing out of this machine. I put this here as accommodation to you. So tell me what you want me to put in the machine so that you can have it here when you want it. I just went from 0 machines to 176 machines in the past couple weeks, diving in head first, trying to hustle up to 200 by the end of the year. It's gonna be a fun journey. LOL. Mark, what's going on, man? That's awesome, bro. Um, Mark actually just made an order from me for some stickers, so I'm getting ready to send them out a whole lot of stickers. I ordered about 270 stickers. So Mark just made a huge order. That's awesome, man. I like to see you diving in head first. How many of those? I know that you bought a few routes. How many of those machines do you have on location? How many do you need to place? Ricky Atodazo. I hope I pronounced that right. Question: how do you eat an elephant? Answer: one bite at a time. Exactly. I got a saying that I use that's something similar to that. And it's by the yard, it's hard, but inch by inch, anything's a cinch. So, it's all about increments, baby steps. If you can create baby steps for yourself and move a little bit further every time, then you're going to be successful in whatever it is you do. It's just the consistency and staying focused. Don't let anybody detour you from your goal. Like I have people tell me negative things all the time, but I don't listen to them because half of these people who are telling me something negative, if somebody's successful, they're not going to waste their time telling me something negative. They're not going to come on my channel and leave me a negative response. Not if they have a lot of money. They got too many more things to worry about other than putting a negative comment on my channel. So anybody who is beneath your level can't offend you. Anybody who is on your level or above won't offend you. So always remember that. There's no way that I'm going to let anybody discredit my accomplishments. I know where I'm heading, and if somebody else doesn't agree with it, then hey, they got their own life to live. You know, if you live by that, you will be successful in whatever you do, whether you want to do vending or something else, or if you just want to do a little bit of vending and do a bunch of other things, it doesn't even really matter. They got my man Reyes on here. Reyes said he just got a new location, got 2 more machines to go. Reyes got a new location today. That's awesome, bro. I'm glad to see you really taking this thing to another level. Reyes got him a machine not too long ago, and ever since then, he's been on the grind, hustling. The man is a pure hustler. Um, Reyes, I know Reyes gets some comments sometime too. Like people always gonna have things to say about anything you're doing, but it doesn't even really matter, you know. Like just keep hustling, man. Keep doing your thing, and damn what everybody thinks. Good editing is funny. Hustle, recognize hustle. Keep it going from Chi-Town. All right, man. C block, C block Boko. 100, man. Get it, Reyes. Yeah, definitely. But Reyes. When the But Reyes shirt's coming out, I'm definitely gonna get me a But Reyes shirt. Anybody who's on who doesn't follow Reyes the entrepreneur, y'all gotta go check out my man channel. He's a funny dude. He's a hustler. Like he's always got something up his sleeve. He's always got a new project going on. That's why I really mess with this dude because the guy thinks a lot like I do. Uh, what do you suggest to get a machine first or a location first? Like everybody's got their own theory on this. Some people feel like you should get the location first and then go get a machine for it. But I don't know. Me, I get whatever. When I'm out, I'm asking for locations. I go in there and I ask them, you know, would you like a vending machine? They ask me what type of vending machines. I say whatever kind of vending machine you want. If you want it, I go find it and I get it. So like it's not called Chrome gumball machines or Chrome soda machines. It's Chrome vending. So I got whatever vending machine that you want. I'm gonna go look for it. I'm gonna try to find it. So like when I'm out looking for locations, if I find a location, then I look for the machine if I don't have it. And if I'm looking on Craigslist, I'm looking online and I see a good deal for a lot of machines, then I'm going to go ahead and get that, even if I don't have the locations, because I know that that's still an asset for me because it's an investment. Because I'm going to sell some machines, I'm going to place some machines, and either way, it's going to work out for me. But you kind of just have to figure out what's going to work for you. Um, I know some people swear to get the location first, and some people swear to get the machine first. Me, I do whatever comes first, whatever I see is a good deal. For me, I would tell you just learn to recognize a good deal. If you can spot a good deal, whether it's a good location or a good machine or a good deal on machines, just figure out how to use it to the best of your ability. Healthy snacks might work in an upper income area or area with a lot of hipsters like Portland, Oregon, maybe. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Definitely healthy snacks will definitely do in the high upper income area. They say that usually a lot of them spend a little bit more money on their health, people who have a little bit more wealth. And statistics show that people who have a little bit lower budget, they tend to buy cheaper foods, which are usually the ones that aren't quite as healthy for you. But I know it's a lot more lower level income people who definitely will be buying than higher income level people. And I guess it doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter what your income level is. If you like snacks, you like snacks. And everybody is subject to eat a Snicker, a candy bar, or something, a bag of chips. Doesn't even matter what kind of category you're placed in. But it's good to follow statistics and take a good look at them and have an eye on them and know your demographics. But at the same time, like people are going to be people regardless. So it's almost like a stereotype, but statistics do make a difference. So it's just something you have to take into consideration in your particular location. All 176 are up and running on location. I did purchase 25 additional machines to add locations and to have parts. All machines are triple heads. Okay, that's awesome, man. Well, you really did dive in quick. This guy here, he just bought straight into a bunch of different routes. How many different routes did you buy to accumulate the 176? 176 machines. That's awesome, man. um Reyes, man, you crazy, man. What kind of bud you selling on the side, man? Once you know the psychology of the hater, it's funny to see the comments. It's like the sports team that's young and up and coming. Everyone likes them. Then they win and they're the most hated team. Yeah, you can't pay no attention to them, man. You got to be like that horse with the blinders. Just knock them off. Sometimes I respond to them because I respond to everybody regardless. If they tell me something stupid, I tell them something stupid and then just block them. And sometimes I don't even waste my time. But sometimes, either way, it doesn't matter. I try to answer everybody anyway. I try to feed them something positive first, and if they still continue to say stupid stuff, then I just get them, delete them off of there. I only cry a little when I get a negative comment. Reyes, you don't cry. You delete them and laugh. Did you say you're from Gainesville? No, I'm not from Gainesville. I'm about an hour from Gainesville. My pop lives up there, but I'm in Ocala. Do you think it's harder for a female to get a location than it is for a man? You know what? I really don't believe it makes a difference. I believe that limitations are what you place on yourself. If you're confident, like I believe a woman could get a location just as fast or faster than a man if she can put out that confidence and provide the right value for the business, communicate well with the person when you go in there. Like I wouldn't set any limits on yourself. Whether you're a kid, whether you're older, whether you're a woman, whether you're a certain ethnic background or your status, if you're heavy set, slim, short, tall. I don't think it really matters. I think what matters is your presence and your ability to explain to the person what your value of providing your vending machine is. If you can go in there and you can just be verbose with the person and articulate your point and why you think that this person will benefit from having your machine there, then I think it doesn't really matter who it is. Yeah, don't let that affect you. I want to see more females involved in vending. I noticed that the majority of my followers, viewers, and subscribers were males for the longest period of time, and just recently I started getting more female viewers, which I want to see more involved. Because women can hustle just as easily as men. If not even better most of the time. So stay focused on it and try it out and maybe you could be an example for other women trying to get started in this business. What's your thinking of ATM machines? I don't have any. I had an opportunity at one point. I was getting some machines from a guy. He was going to give me three of them, but something fell through. It didn't end up happening. But I was definitely looking forward to it. I haven't just like gone on there and been avidly looking for any ATM machines. But if one comes along in the future, when I'm looking and I see a good deal, I'll get it and I'll find a location. Or unless I find a location that I need to put one in, and then I'll go avidly look for one and search for one, whichever comes up first. But $1,000 to put in it. So you got to put about $1,000 in 20s in there. So that's an investment alone, plus whatever you pay for the machine. So it's definitely an investment in it. You're gonna want to drill it to the wall. Like you got to be careful where you put it at. People will try to break into them. You might want to put it in a place where there's cameras, definitely. But I think that they can do well. I know a lot of people that have them and do extremely well with them. I know a guy only has three of them, and he pretty much lives off of it. He does some other things, but he could live off of it because he puts them in festivals and fairs and carnivals, and like he's got a good little system. I get the opportunity, being in the position that I'm in, to talk with all different types of vendors from all over, not just the United States, but the world. And people give me, their insights and their takes on the business. And really getting the opportunity to speak with all of you is a blessing for me because it opens my mind to new ideas in the vending business. I just fell into a couple of great deals on people getting out of the biz. Most of the machines are Vinstar 3 and 6,000s. That's what I got my start with. Not my actual first machine. It was an Eagle. It was a triple head, just like a Vinstar. But after that, the deals that I was finding were a lot of bulk Vinstar machines, 3,000s, of a lot of people who were getting out of the business. It wasn't working for them, they said. And, I don't believe that vending doesn't work. I believe that the people don't work or they get discouraged too rapidly. Vending works. If you can go out there and you can stay avid with it and stay persistent and consistent and going out and getting locations, vending works. It's going to get you extra money. It's that the only reason it don't work is if you don't work. Fell into while searching the web or okay, that's for him. I think it was 8 or 9 routes in Central Florida. Okay, 176 machines that you bought out of a total of 8 or 9 routes. That's awesome, man. And have you done any collections yet? Has it generated any money for you already? Have you been back to any? I know in the beginning when I got started, I was so anxious. I just every chance I got, like every week, I was back at the location just to see what was going on. But now I'm more relaxed and I want to spread my collections out because I don't want to work as much. I got too many machines to do that now. Um, let's see what we have here. What's the best way to find existing routes for sale? You can go on. What I do is I go on, my city's Craigslist, and I put on there vending machine routes for sale. So I do Ocala Craigslist vending machine routes for sale, and they'll give me all the way from Orlando to Gainesville and all the surrounding area within about a mile. You can do filters as well if you don't mind driving about a mile or about an hour distance. So that's one of the best ways to do it. Facebook Marketplace pages. I'm like on about almost 40 different pages. So I have things coming to me all the time. And then a lot of people that I know and friends, anytime they see something in the area that comes up, they email me or they send it to my phone in a text message. So, I found a lot of things that way as well. People just always looking for things and they find something to do with vending. Oh, let me send this to Mike. Mike's in the vending. And I can't tell you how many machines I found like that. So that's been a blessing as well. Once people know what you're doing, you get the word out there. Like people would just throw things at you. It'll just like start making itself easy for you after you put in the work. Is it easy to put a vending machine in the mall? I mean, you just got to go to your mall and ask and talk to them and see what you can come up with. If you're willing to pay, I mean, money talks. So if you go in there and you work out a deal with them and they make an offer and then you counter the offer and you come to a conclusion or agreement of what you want to do, like, I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult. Get the machine and tell them that you're going to put the machine in there and come to a conclusion. Do you have any favorite inspirational, motivational speakers or books? Example, Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Tim Ferriss, etc. Yeah, I have a lot. I watch a lot of I used to read a lot of books. I don't have quite as much time to read anymore. I still read, but not as much. Now I find myself watching like more documentaries. I don't watch TV. If I watch anything, I'm probably usually watching a documentary on somebody who was super successful. Doesn't matter who it is. Uh, I mean, I like the Wright brothers. I like history. I like Napoleon Bonaparte. I like Muhammad Ali, Genghis Khan. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. Things that they did, that they're upcoming, how they came to power. Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson. I mean, it's just so many of them that Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, Carlos Slim. I just like watching their stories. Oprah Winfrey, because what do these people have that made them so successful that like it made them the decision just to go and get it, and that this other person has all the same qualities but just can't get right, you know? So I want to take on the habits that these people have. What do they do that makes them so successful? So I always try to follow their stories. Anybody that's super successful in anything that they do, Michael Phelps. I mean, it's just so many of them. The list goes on and on. But that's my motivation. I mean, I listen to people like Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, all of them, um, Earl Nightingale, Jim Rohn. There's so many of them. I just catch whatever motivational compilations I can listen to. I listen to a lot of motivational compilations in the morning. Denzel Washington has some good ones. Will Smith has some good ones. Uh, I think whatever really gets you going, whatever can motivate you. I just saw your thumbnail for the live stream. LOL, pure genius, man. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny myself. I had to throw something together there to catch attention. Let's see here. If y'all didn't see that thumbnail, go check it out. It's a bunch of Pepsi cans surrounded a bent up, broken up Coca-Cola can, and I put under there a caption that says someone call Dr. Pepper. But yeah, should think about advertising since you got a back for it. Neck. Since you got a knack for it. Yeah, I'm gonna take it how it goes, man. I'm always looking to create new opportunities. My vending led me to YouTube. YouTube's led me to a couple other things, but definitely having the opportunity to advertise on here. They put advertisements on my page. I'm growing, looking for more support systems. I definitely am looking to get some sponsors and doing more collaborations with other great YouTubers in the future. I've had the opportunity to work with a few already, and a lot of us are building up. But I'm working on a book, a course. I got a lot of things in mind that'll be coming to fruition, in the future. But I'm working with a few other vendors and getting a lot of their takes on things, and just putting a lot of information together. And I love audiobooks and podcasts. I'm working from home, so it's perfect for me. Yeah, and I'm thinking about putting together some audiobooks, and I'm definitely going to be doing some podcasts with a few other vendors that I've been talking to here recently. LOL, that's so true. I have only been to about 25 locations so far, averaging $24 per location. Hard to assume that would be across the board, trying to get to all of them by the end of the year. And another thing that I noticed, man, like when I first put a machine in a location, I noticed that it does really, really good because it's neophyte, it's new, it's something that, they're just now coming to terms with. And sometimes when something's new, it's like a breath of fresh air, so everybody's on it. And then after a couple months go by, then the sales will start declining a little bit, it'll die down. And different times a year can do it as well. Christmas can like make your sales go down because everybody's like penny pinching and saving to buy presents, or they can go up because people are in the Christmas spirit, and maybe you put like some red and green M&Ms in there. And I mean, it all kind of depends. So you have to use, the times of the year and your demographics to your advantage as well. But if you see your sales go down a little bit, don't think it too much because it happens. Um, but then what I do when I notice that happens is I rotate the products in there because sometimes people just get tired of those candies as well. And then you put in three different types of candy, and now like everybody's at your machine again. So it just keeps the intrigue up. So there's a lot of different tips that you can use, and these are things that I've just come up with just through experience vending and doing it. And when I see something like hits a plateau, what can I do to generate a little buzz again? Uh, let's see what we have here. Setting a base for my numbers to start tracking profits. So I will be able to update on actual profits around late February. So fingers crossed. Yeah, definitely got my fingers crossed for you, buddy. Things are going to do good for you. You got a lot of locations to start out. So just don't let it overwhelm you. Stay focused, and things are going to work out good, man. I hope to start buying some machines soon and placing them. Definitely. First thing I would say is just start. Just get one. I say this all the time, so it probably sounds like a broken record, but you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. As long as you just find that one machine, nothing's ever going to be the perfect or the right time. Just just get started. Get a machine, put it out. If you have an interest in starting vending or trying it out or seeing what it's going to do, buy that first machine and just go get some candy and put it somewhere. And then you start learning. You learn through your experiences. You can learn from me saying things. You can learn from other vendors saying things. You could read a book. You could watch some videos. I mean, but in the end, the experience is what's really going to teach you, and then you learn through your experiences. And then maybe you learn a few little things here and a few little things there and a few little things from this person and that person. But all those things come together, create the amalgamation of what your success will be. Let's see here. How do you transport your vending machines to a location? When I first had started dealing with the full line machines, I didn't have a truck. So I actually got in touch with the tow company, and had them tow my machine from one place to another. I had a buddy that worked on it. Then I ended up working with the AAA company on the weekends, and I was using the truck on the weekends to transport my machines. But then I ended up making a couple deals with some cars and making some trades, and I ended up making a super sweet deal and ended up getting a free truck. And I just started using that truck as like my work truck. So I mean, it's just a regular work truck, but it transports all my machines. And that machine has saved me I mean, that truck has saved me so much money just transporting the machines that I would definitely recommend you get a work truck if you're going to be transporting full line machines. Uh, if you got an SUV, that's good. I used to fit a lot of the small machines in the back of my SUV. Sometimes I still would go in the SUV, but a lot of times I would just go in the little car in one of my little cars that I had, and I would just use that in case it got scratched up. I didn't want anything to happen to my car, so I would just put it in there. But definitely a truck. I would recommend getting a truck if you're going to get into full line, or even a trailer. Maybe you get a something that maybe a SUV with a with a hitch on the back. That way you could transport a trailer and you could transport your machines like that. Me, I'm a pretty big guy, pretty strong guy, so I can carry a lot of the machines myself, lift them up on a dolly, roll them. I know a lot of people have problems or issues moving the machines. Maybe you want to invest in a good dolly with a little training wheel backs on it so you can roll it back and push it, and it really doesn't take a lot of effort. Maybe you get a trailer with a ramp on it, or maybe you get a trailer that doesn't have a ramp that maybe it'll cost you a little less because those with the ramps on it cost a little more if you don't have as much money. Maybe you can create a ramp out of some plywood or boards or something so that you can hoist it up onto your trailer. It's all about just like being ingenuitive. You gotta create for yourself. A lot of time it's not about your resources, it's about your resourcefulness. Like, okay, maybe I don't have all the things that I need, but what do I have that I can make work for me? I think about the show like MacGyver. I don't know if any of y'all are old enough that watch this, that have ever seen the show MacGyver, or have watched the older versions of MacGyver. The man used to create stuff out of nothing and figure his way out of situations. He was like a Boy Scout, and he had this Boy Scout knife, and he used to figure out all type of stuff, how to make things happen. So if you kind of have that mentality that you're gonna make it happen no matter what, you don't have to have all the right resources, but you got the right resourcefulness within to just make things happen. So focus on that. Don't focus on what your complications are. Focus on the solution. What's the solution to your problem? Uh, do you have to rent every space you place your machines? I actually don't pay commissions at any of my locations. I've kind of been fortunate in that area because I always try to avoid them and I always try to offer some other form of value other than commission. Some people go straight in and offer commission, and that's their form of value. Me, I go in and try to offer other things and I speak about other things. So I try to avoid the commissions, and I pretty much talk a person into why it would benefit them to have a vending machine in there. And I tell them this. I mean, after everything that I have to invest, this and that, I tell them I keep the prices low. If I pay a vig or a commission, the prices are going to be set high on the machine, and then I'm not going to sell as much, so your commissions are going to be low. But what I will do is I'll keep the prices low. Sometimes that works. Sometimes I tell them it's incentives for kids or workers. Maybe your customers come in and they got kids, and it's a good way to get them to sit down and be quiet. Mommy get you something if you sit down and be good. For um, your workers that they're hungry during the day, they have an opportunity to get something to drink, something to eat, and keep them at bay. But it's all really just the type of value and worth that you're able to provide for your business and your machines. Okay, 420, what's up, man? I'm thinking about trying to start a smoked meat and smoked cheese business. Oh, that's awesome, man. I got a video that I'm working on right now, and it's got something to do with the vending machines and smokers. It's a new concept, a new idea, but I'm not gonna say too much about it or spoil it. I'm gonna put the video out. It's um it's a really good idea that I came across of different methods to use vending machines, but it's real creative, and I'll be putting this video up pretty soon as I get it done. So I don't know if I have it up tomorrow or the next day, but I got quite a little bit of work still I need to do on it. You get an LLC and pay taxes. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Um, I got everything going as a full business, and the reason is because I just want to protect everything that I have going on. Protect all my assets. I have too many machines not to be doing any of those things at this point. So for me, it makes sense. Maybe if you got two or three machines, maybe that's not something that you feel like you are ready to invest in at the time. I probably didn't invest till I was already at about 15 or 20 machines in insurance or any of that type of stuff. But I didn't really know what I was doing at first, but I wasn't afraid to start or to try. I just got started and got going. Good evening from Erie, Pennsylvania. Um, Keith Hoff is from Pennsylvania. Uh, he has a bunch of charity boxes, and just recently he invested in a boat machine. So he's actually moving up. That'd be cool to maybe check out. He's got a channel too. He's doing more like starting with the boxes like Jamie did, and he's working on building his way up. So that's one of your home team vendors. Maybe somebody that you could check out up there. Who's that? Benjamin Burford. Sorry, bro, but I gotta go again. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom with, and hope to see you better next time. All right, man. Have a good night. I'm about to get off of here in a minute too. It's starting to get like bong vending machine. Ace. Bong vending machine. I've spoken about this before and I've done a video. There's a guy up in Canada, and he has a marijuana vending machine. And um, he makes a killing. He's been doing the business only a little longer now, because this has been probably about a year ago when I put this video up. But at the time when I did the story on it in the video, the guy, he said he had been doing the business only for a couple of months, and he was already clearing six figures. He was putting bags in the machine like anywhere from like 20 to over $90 per item per bag. And he said that he was refilling the machine between 4 to 5 times a day. So that just lets you know what type of money this guy was generating. He's up in Canada. And for my viewers that watch my channel, y'all might know that I just got back from Vegas with Reyes and Jamie. And out there they have marijuana dispensaries everywhere because marijuana is legal in Las Vegas. So, we're going around and we're passing a lot of marijuana dispensaries. So like a place like Vegas, that could be an awesome place to put up something like that. Only issue that I have with it, even though it's legal state-wise, but it's not legal federally. They just kind of turn the other cheek. So my understanding about the law is I really don't want to do anything that's going to put myself in a position that will jeopardize what I have going on. So I leave all that alone. But maybe one of these days it'll be legal federally too, and maybe it'll be something that I would put an investment into. If a location asks for part of the revenue, what's the most you will offer? It really depends on the machine, and it depends on the location. Like I'm not gonna take a bulk candy machine into like a barber shop with one chair and then offer like 20%. It's not gonna happen. I don't see that location bringing that many people. I don't see it doing that good. um, it really kind of depends, I guess. Um, I guess I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I don't even know how to recommend this because I don't pay commissions at any of my places. And maybe I would do 20% of net of maybe like a soda machine or something in a location that I felt would do really good. Maybe like a mall location or just something that I felt would do really good. Maybe an airport, a skate park with a lot of kids, just like a skating ring or something, somewhere where I felt would do good, a movie theater. Maybe I would offer a little more. I think probably the best thing you could do is tell them to give you a 30-day grace period and see how much it generates. And then from there, you would work out a commission with them. That probably would be the way that I would handle it. And if they don't want to do that, then you probably don't want the location anyway, because, they're not willing to work with you. It's all about the vibe that I get with the individual that I'm dealing with. And that's what makes me want to work with them or not. Let me answer a few more comments. Let me try to catch up on these comments. I know that I'm starting to get a little timing on here. Bulk candy machine. Yo, that's dope. Literally. I'll keep looking out for that. Just started my vending route with gumball machines and Coke machines. Okay, man, stay focused, man. Keep us informed on how things are going. I always like to hear from vendors how their businesses are going. Scored two big locals today. Yippee for me. Awesome, Billy Bates. Good luck with your two locales, and I hope that you profit a lot and do really well with it, buddy. Do you need to get insured even if you have between one and three candy machines? I'm not going to tell you yes or no about getting insured. That's a decision you have to make for yourself. Me personally, I'm insured. I know that in Florida, I think that once you reach 20 machines, there are stipulations that you do need um, certain things you have to do business wide, certain legalities you have to go through with, like taxes and tax certificates and business licenses, things like that. But you really just have to check the regulations for your state and look it up just to make sure. I did a lot of research in the beginning because I would ask people that I felt maybe could help me, and nobody really wanted to tell me. And that was one of the main reasons I started my channel, because I wanted to share the information that I was looking for when I started. But it's really hard for me to say. I'm not really like a tax attorney or a lawyer, so I can only give you like my situation. But I would definitely go online and just like speak it into Google, say taxes for vending machines in whatever state you are, and just kind of look through there and do a little research. That way you know definitely what it is for your state. And who knows, maybe somebody will ask you one day and you can pass that information on to them. Talking to different people in the business, I get mixed opinions. Some just say do snack and others just bulk candy. So I don't know what to do. And then I see your videos and I see it does make money. Yeah, it does. It's like I say, for me, this is something that I'm taking whatever I make and put back in it to keep it growing, because I have other things that actually pay me. I'm not like just trying to quit doing everything and just live off of vending, because I know it things passive income doesn't work like that. And like I speak about passive income all the time, passive income almost really like doesn't exist, but it's a term that's given to things that you really don't have to put in a lot of active work. You just kind of put something in order and then it kind of pays you. So that's really like more the definition for passive income. Well, that's my definition for it anyway. Something that I have to start out actively, when my finances are a little less. Unless, like I said before, you have the money just to go ahead and invest in it, and then it's purely passive because now you're just buying the investment. But if you don't have the money up front, which I know it's a lot more people who don't have money than the people that do, and they're just looking to get ahead and trying to create something, then yeah, you got to invest your time, and it is active. But once you get everything set up and in order, the work becomes very minimal, unless you're just super hungry or motivated and you just want to keep getting more and more and more and more machines, which it almost like kind of gets addictive because you see those little accounts growing. And for me personally, I can only speak for myself. I take those little machines and I see that, okay, they bring quarters, they make this much money. But then when I put my full line machines, now they bring dollars. Now, instead of having four customers to make four quarters to make $1, now I get one customer, they put that dollar in there, and I create four times the amount of sale per person. So, that also motivates me to do a little more. And then some of those products, like you don't even necessarily have to have just soda and snacks. There are a lot of machines that you can put anything you want to put in there and sell them for a lot higher prices. There's a guy that I'm speaking to on Chrome Vending, my Facebook group. And this guy has a bait and tackle shop where he puts all type of fishing lures and bait in his snack machines. He has snack machines set up with bait and lure in there, and that's what he sells. And he's not selling them for like 50 cents. I think he's got things in there like $5, $6 or more. So it's all about what you choose to sell. You can put things in a hotel. A hotel probably would do really good with things that people forget. Maybe like female hygienic products, toothbrush, toothpaste, um, maybe tube socks, things that maybe people forget when they're traveling. Um, I've been watching a lot of videos. I see there are a lot of vending machines on cruise ships. People take cruises, go down to a marina or a dock. I'm not around any water up here in Ocala, but if I was down south more like one of the marinas, I would probably go over there and try to get one of those cruise ships to see if I can, I don't know, figure out something. I know that a lot of those cruise ships, they probably already have deals and vending contracts with bigger companies, but that wouldn't stop me from trying. The only thing they can do is tell me no. But if I don't try, it's a no anyway. So I may as well just go and try. Hey, bro, what's up? Thanks for the advice, Mike. We learn something every day. Definitely, man. I learn something every. I try to at least learn something every day, man. If I don't learn something in a day, then my day was just a waste. So, I mean, I talk with everybody I can. I watch videos. I mean, I learn. So that's the biggest thing, man. Just continuing to grow. What would you say barbershops do better than hair salons for bulk candy machines? Um, let's see here. How do I answer that? I have a couple barbershops that do really well, and I have some barbershops that are extremely slow. I have some salons that are extremely slow, and then I have a salon that's mixed with a barbershop that does pretty well. And then I have another salon that actually does pretty good too. So, I mean, it's just kind of iffy. I guess if I was to use my statistics, since I have a couple more barbershops that do better than the couple salons that I have, then I would guess that I would say, based on my experience and my numbers, that the statistics have been slightly higher with the barbershop. But I mean, don't use that. I mean, there's not enough like real evidence to make that like a statement that's even significant. So I'm just giving you my review. But I would say put them anywhere you can, man. Different areas, different locales are different. Your city hair salons like might be where it's at. I'm starting my small candy business Thursday with my first machine. You really inspired me, bro. I'm so sick of living at this base level income. Yeah, man, I'm glad that I'm able to inspire you to at least get something started. And let's just say the vending doesn't work out, right? Hopefully it does, but let's just say that it doesn't. If vending doesn't work out, at least like you've taken a step out there to create something for yourself. And usually there's a drive there. If you can create that victory and you create one victory after the other, then usually that will lead you into something else. So even if, hopefully it doesn't, and usually if you're active in vending, you're going to be successful with it. Even if you just put out like 10 machines, you're going to generate an income and you could take that money to invest in something else. But if you just stay focused with it, you're going to be successful, but even if it doesn't, it's already giving you the drive to go out and do something for yourself. So even if you sold your locations, got rid of them, did whatever you wanted to do, now you've already got that grind. Okay, you started one business, didn't necessarily work out. What other kind of business can I start? Now you're more avid and more likely to go ahead and try to start something else. I remember reading in like Forbes magazine, Entrepreneur magazine, Money Inc., all the business magazines, and a lot of them, they always say that any successful person who's super wealthy has failed at least an average of 4 businesses before they actually became successful. Another thing is nothing takes off overnight unless you're just like extremely lucky or you just like, I don't know, you're an anomaly. But for the most part, when you start a business, it's going to take between 7 to 10 years, they say statistically, to create a super successful, like wealthy business. So, I mean, you can expect to put in some time. It's not going to happen overnight. But, who knows? Maybe you get lucky and you grow a little faster than the average person. You work twice as hard or 3 times as hard, and maybe you can grow faster. But it does take time. So, like, just don't expect it overnight and stay focused with it. I need to get some of the stickers you sell for the candy. Ryan E. Okay, do this. Either email me at chromevending@gmail.com. And remember, the E's are 3, so it's CHROM3 at V3NDING@gmail.com. So Chrome Vending, the E's are 3's again. And you can email me there, or you can, if you want, it'll probably be easier for me. Message me on Facebook at Michael Chrome, or send me a request to my Facebook group, Chrome Vending. I'll accept you on there. You can message me on there, and we'll work out the details. I already have an order going out to another guy. He just bought a whole bunch of them. So I got an order of about 270 going out. But anybody needs stickers, yeah, you can feel free to hit me up at any one of those if you need some stickers for your machines. Do you write up a contract with your locations? I personally don't. I haven't. Not that I wouldn't. If I felt like I had a location that I just didn't, I don't know. I'm definitely going to write up a contract if this thing goes through with Pepsi right now. This thing that I'm trying to create with them. I'm definitely going to write up a contract with Pepsi. But I don't have one at the apartment complex because if anytime that somebody feels they don't want me there and they want me to leave, I'll go get my machine and I'll remove it. I don't want to deal with someone who doesn't want to deal with me. So for me, the contract would just be, it wouldn't make sense. But anyway, if you keep a good rapport with the person and your business, you know, you take care of your machine, you shouldn't have a problem with worrying about the person not wanting you in there. Usually, if your machine is taking people's money or it's not working properly, or you don't come back and service it, or you don't clean it, it's dirty, like you got a lot of issues, then yeah, the person's going to want to get rid of you. You know, so what good does a contract do? But if you take care of your machine, you service it regularly, you know, you take care of everybody there, you take care of your machine properly, you're professional, you shouldn't have any problem. I haven't had any problem with things like that. Only time I've had a problem losing location a lot of time is when like a business goes out of business or something. Uh or maybe some other issue. Like I just lost a location at the flea market, but that's only because the lady was growing and needed the space for the table and this and that. But you know, that wasn't a big deal. I was at that location for over a year. So I was probably there closer to 2 years. But yeah, just me personally, I don't do them. Your positivity and integrity has really given me that drive to try this. Yeah, man, I want to see you do good, man. Good luck, buddy. I want you to definitely keep me filled in on what's going on. I always like to hear success stories because success stories, no matter how large or small they are, like that helps boost me up. It makes me feel good. I like to see people succeeding. Like winners just want to see people win and succeed. And then losers, they just so used to losing. That's all they know how to do. So they want to see everybody else lose. You know, just try winning. You know, winning actually takes some effort though, and some people are lazy, so they're too nervous to win because they feel if they win, they got to keep winning. You know, but just try winning, and you'll never want to go back to losing. Okay, where? Okay, how many full line vending machines do you have? I got a handful of machines right now. Like what this whole video was really about was I just came up with a new apartment location and I have an opportunity to put some in the other location that I have, but I just don't have the machines for it right now. I've been looking for some online. I haven't found any good deals. I just got a new phone. I don't have Ray's number. I'm gonna get in touch with Ray. I got to go to his house so that I can get his number from him. Uh, or maybe I just email him. I got his email on there. That probably will work better. But I got to get Ray's number and ask him if I can get some machines from him. I'm going to see what happens with this Pepsi deal tomorrow. But if I get this Pepsi deal, I'm going to have a whole lot more machines. The thing that has been slowing me down is being able to find good quality machines in my area to go pick up. But I have the opportunity for a lot of locations right now. Let me see here. Late to join, but happy I got here. All right, cool. Glad to have you aboard, man. Do you have any other forms of passive income? Yeah, I have quite a few, but you know, just to list one, I have YouTube. So that's something there. And YouTube is steady growing for me. Um, it's always good to have a bunch of little things going on. You want to have a lot of different things going on, multiple streams. If something happens, you know, you have a few others to fall back on. You're not just, you know, floating out in the water. Just tried emailing you. I don't know if it was the right one. I check it out. If it's CHROM3V3NDING at gmail.com. I know sometimes people email me and get through. Sometimes some people say they have issues getting through, so I'm not really sure. You can definitely get in touch with me at Michael Chrome on Facebook. You can find me at Chrome Vending. Also, the E's are threes. And then 2018 on my Instagram. You can message me there. You can send me a request to join my Facebook group, Chrome Vending, and I'll accept you as soon as I finish up with this stream. But yeah, I'll check it out as soon as I get off of here. Do you offer one-on-one coaching? I have a business meeting on the 13th for a local gas station that wants 142 machines for 72 locations, and I'm at a loss as to what to do. I tell you what, man, the same thing I told the other guy. Either email me or send me a message on my Facebook page or on my Facebook group, either one, or my Instagram, and I'll be happy to talk with you and we can figure something out. Are they looking for you to supply all those machines? Where do you get your stickers from? I get them personally made. I've made a lot of contacts, networking since I've been in this business and other things that I got going on. So I'm always just networking with a lot of different people. And I was actually did I did a video stream saying that probably around January I was going to think about getting a shirt press machine because I always wanted to get one. But now I'm not so sure if I even really want to get it. I do want to get it because I want to learn it myself. But at the same time, it's a learning curve there. And like what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to eliminate my workload. If I get that machine, I'm kind of like on the fence about it because it's going to increase my workload. I have to start a whole new learning curve to learn a new skill. And then I got to like really push it, get that business going, advertising, marketing. I kind of want to do it for my own shirts. So I'm straddling the line of what I want to do with it. But at the same time, like I know with some of those machines, you can create your own stickers, you can create your own shirts. So to answer your question, I have a guy who does it. He does my shirts. I actually have a couple of people who do them for me, and it depends on what's more convenient at the time. I'll go get new shirts made for Chrome Vending, or I go get new stickers made. So for me, it actually helps out because I buy a whole lot of them, and then I'm it gives me the opportunity. Okay, the email just went through. I got the notification. So I check it out in a minute. But it gives me the opportunity to get the things I need done. And it also gives me the opportunity to provide things for people who need them. So if they want to order them from me, I have them there. I try to keep the price lower than anybody else that sells them online. But, if you need them, they're available. I will send them out. The problem that I have is I have 3 bulk machines out and I have 5 sitting at home. And I've gone to like 10 locations and they all tell me, no, what do I do? How should I convince them? Okay, you've gone to 10 locations and you're already ready to quit. Like, go to 5 locations a day. Go to 5 locations a day. Do it for a week. If you don't find none, do it the second week. Do it for a month. If you can't get it, there's something wrong with what you're saying. You need to really go back and analyze what you're saying to the business. Like, and I believe if you go ask 5 businesses a day, if that's not working, ask 10. Like, just start asking everywhere. You got if you ask, things are gonna open up for you. And then if they don't want it there, ask them why not. Say, is there a reason why? Why you wouldn't want to hear? Just any particular reason why. And people will give you their feedback. Say, well, do you happen to know anybody that may want a machine? Because I'm really trying to get this machine placed. I'm a local vendor, and I'm looking for places. Do you know anybody who might be interested? And maybe a lot of people tell you no, but maybe somebody will give you a tip of somebody that might take the machine. So just ask, keep asking. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Keep pushing. Like, it might not work out immediately, but you'll learn over time what you should say and what you shouldn't say, and what seems to work most of the times and what don't. You have to offer them commission. Okay, I'm not sure if that's a statement or a question. There's no question mark or period. Uh, do you even lift, bro? Okay. Do you live close to Ray? Yeah, Ray's about 10 minutes around the corner from me. So, what is my active income? Active income, I'm a trainer. Through the week, I do personal training, in-home personal training, and I work with a lot of elderly, wealthy people. So there's a little community around here called the Villages, and all these people are probably between their 60s and 80s, and most of them are retired. And I do personal training and physical therapy with them. So I do pretty good with that. And Vending is just something I started on the side, and YouTube came along with it, and I do a few other things as well. But I really enjoy working with the people that I work with. I enjoy the networking. I talk to all of them. All of them are super wealthy. So I'm always asking them about investments they make and things that they do, because I use that as a learning curve and a learning opportunity for me as well. I've learned a lot from these people because a lot of them have the same similar habits, even though they invest in different things. They have a lot of the same habits. So it's definitely a learning opportunity for me. That's one of the things I do. I still work on the AAA truck on the weekend. I do one day. I usually just do Saturday, and it keeps me on my toes, gives me opportunity to help people out. And I like dealing with cars because, like I say, I dibble and dabble with used cars sometimes, and it gives me an opportunity to work on cars and things like that. But I have a couple other things I do. I'm not gonna get into everything, but I always try to stay working on something. Let's see here. Supplying all the machines. Where did you come up with Chrome vending? I just kind of put one of my names on there that I had. That was a name that I had. Um, that was actually one of my nicknames that came from a former me. So I put that on there. Do you have the income to do so? Okay, I think he's answering somebody else's question. I have a great agreement with Coke that they supply all my Coke machines as long as I buy my Coke from them. Yeah, that's what Jamie has. He has something similar like that set up, and that's what I was trying to do with Pepsi. But I know they were having some issues, so that's why they presented me with the other offer. I spoke to the girl about the 20% offer, but then when the guy called me, I spoke with him more about, pretty much like financing the machine by buying products from them. So I'm going to see which one ends up working out. If I can do one or the other, or maybe even both. And like I said, I'll get some footage and I'll do a video on them. I'll probably do a few videos, see how it works out. It may be an opportunity for any one of you that if you want to get into vending with actually no money down, it might be a free way for you to get started with a vending business. Maybe you can learn something from the way my transactions take place with this company. And then who knows, after I try it out with Pepsi, maybe I'll go try the same scenario with Coca-Cola and, see if they offer um, a better incentive for me. When I talk to them on the phone, I always ask them, hey, I'm talking with this company. They're offering me this. What can you offer me that will make me go with you? And a lot of time they'll give you the incentives because they want to get the business contract. Fort Lauderdale about to get started soon. Hey viewers, don't forget to click the thumbs up. Tez G. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button for me. Thanks for the comment. So I'm guessing all the machines you would get would be paid for by Coke and you would just buy the Coke to put in them. If so, maybe Coke themselves can drop off the machines in your desired location. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. You just tell them the location, they drop them off. And either way, they're going to either do the whole thing and give you the 20%, but that's what Pepsi offered me anyway. And and that's if you do it that way, or if you do it where they end up financing you the machine, then you just buy the products for them and they take care of everything. They have a service guy comes out and checks the machine, takes care of it. If there's any issues with it, he takes care of it. And they drop the machine off and you just buy your products from them and fill it and you take care of the machine. So those are the two forms that I know for it. Coke wants exclusively with that agreement. I know that Jamie was doing it, and he said that wasn't a clause in there that he could work with either one since he was freelancing. But I know that if you do have a Coke machine, they don't want you to put Pepsi products in that Coke machine. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a Pepsi machine in another location that has absolutely nothing to do with them. Uh, do you put warning labels on the machine to avoid liability issues? Yeah, warning labels, they're very important to have on there. It's always good to cover your traces. So you probably definitely want to do that. Some people comment some crazy stuff on here. But yeah, okay, I've been on here almost 2 hours now. So I've tried to answer as many questions as I can. I'm getting ready to get off of here. I got to get back to work on my video so I can get this next video up. Y'all get ready to check out the video. Thanks for stopping in, spending some time with me tonight. I appreciate everybody's questions and comments. Um, I have a video up soon. I'll be back live probably in a few days or so once I figure out what's going on with Pepsi. But I'm definitely gonna put some videos up on it as well, and then I'll go live also to let you know what's going on. Y'all can ask me any questions, or I'll give you a feeling on what's going on with my deal with Pepsi. So appreciate y'all coming on with me, and I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all next time I make another video.